Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this edition of On the Mat with James Brake here on ISNet Missouri. I'm Vince Brown, alongside Cape Central Wrestling coach James Brake. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me again.
Talk about the Route 141 Rumble and how the kids did this past week.
Really nice tournament. We got to see a lot of common district competition. And for the most part, we fared pretty well against them. We had a lot of important matchups, and in several weight classes, we came out and did what we had to do. Ended up with 4 or 5 medalists, and Trey Grosvenor pulled an upset there in the finals and knocked off a really tough heavyweight, top-ranked kid in the Class 4 distinction in the state of Missouri. So all in all, excellent tournament for us.
Not only that, but the home match against New Madrid County Central, you guys just romped through it, including some very strong performances by Desmond Howard, Ray Wolvett, and even Trey Grosvenor.
Yeah, what it comes down to is we underperformed at the Marquette tournament, and I had a heart to heart with the boys. We sat down, pounded it out, figured out what was wrong, and team changed their attitude, came out, wanted to dominate, and we looked really good against New Madrid. And then we came out to 141 Rumble, and a lot of the kids really stepped it up, wrestled well. They're excited about it again, getting ready for districts. They're focused, and I think we're seeing a big difference.
You think sometimes when you have that little bit of a slump in the dual side of wrestling, because there is a team versus team element to this, do you think talks like what you had after the Marquette tournament are what usually turns it around, especially when you've got only about 2 to 3 weeks to prepare for those important district runs?
Well, I mean, a talk's only a talk. It's really what the kids decide they're going to do with it, how they respond. And we've got a good group of juniors and seniors who are leaders, and they responded first. You could see it in practice that very day. They came out, they went and went hard. That showed the younger kids exactly what was expected out of them. So then you have these guys stepping it up, going harder than they go normally, and it showed up all across the board in our lineup, both against New Madrid and at this tournament. We had some kids that are just wanting to wrestle. They're doing stuff they haven't done before, stepping it up and wrestling at levels they haven't wrestled before. So it's all about that response.
We'll take a look at the week ahead, including the all-important SEMO Conference tournament that'll be down at Dexter High School this year. Stay right here. You're on the mat with James Brake. Welcome back to On the Mat with James Brake here on ISNet Missouri. Vince Brown alongside Cape Central Wrestling coach James Brake. The Fill the Gym night, that's usually the big event of the year where all the kids come out that aren't athletes but come to support the school and whatever they do. And you've got a big one this year around with North County coming to town. But you catch them at a time where they don't have as many weapons as they used to.
Yeah, North County is traditionally a program that's got several good quality kids, and it seems like it's about every year they're producing a state champion or a couple of state medalists. And this year, we haven't wrestled the district tournament yet, so we don't know what's going to happen. But they're not returning any state qualifiers this year. They're in a rebuilding year, much as we were a couple of years ago. So we're going to go out there and try to take care of business no matter what. We're going to wrestle as hard as we can no matter who we're wrestling.
If there's a conference tournament that has consistently produced state qualifiers, if not state champions year after year, it is the SEMO Conference tournament. It's coming up this Saturday, the 23rd of January at Dexter High School. And you go into this tournament with 5 20-win wrestlers, including the clubhouse leader Trey Grosvenor, who not only leads the team with 26 wins, but also with 141 points. However, the surprise takedown machine is the junior Juwan Howard with a team best 70.
Yeah, well, Trey's style is obviously going to limit his ability to go out there and just get takedown after takedown, but what Grosvenor is able to do is get a takedown and then a pin right afterwards normally. Juwan, on the other hand, he just feels so comfortable on his feet, so confident on his feet that what we're going to do is when he wrestles, he'll take him down, let him up, and so far it seemed to be successful. successful for him. He's tough to take down. He's got really a lot of offensive weapons on his feet, so that's right where he wrestles. So there's no surprise there that he's leading the team in takedown.
We see time and time again those that are able to make the grade all the way up to the Hearn Center at the state tournament are more well-rounded wrestlers, and of course this year happens to be the senior Desmond Howard at 130. 24 wins on the year. Does have a technical fall. He's third on the team in takedowns, but this kid's speed is uncanny at the heavier lightweights.
Yeah, Desmond's definitely fast. There's no doubt about it. Coach Walker over at Jackson says he's cat quick, and that's a great description for the way Desmond wrestles. And you know, he might not look like he's the strongest kid in the world either, but if you grip hands with him, you're going to find out pretty quick he's got some strength to go with all that speed. He's very very technical where he needs to be. He does the fundamentals very well, but he can also add a little bit of funk to the mix there and really surprises some kids. You know, it's amazing to watch him because he's so fundamentally sound where he needs to be, yet he's also very, very creative in scramble situations, and that's a great mix. Dez is also tough to beat.
We'll recap the SEMO Conference tournament on our way to the districts at a very nice place this year. Won't reveal it just yet. You just have to watch next week's edition of On the Mat. Along with Coach James Frank, I'm Vince Brown, and you're watching ISNet Missouri.